crochet friends! Welcome back to my channel. I'm Stephanya, and today I'll be reviewing what I've been making during the 100-day project, days 71 through 80. Time sure has flown by. I can't believe we're already in the final stretch of this project. I will admit I've had to take it kind of easy for some of these days. I've been really busy with market prep, and honestly, some days my hands just needed a break. That being said, I still managed to crochet every single day, even if it was only for a short amount of time. So here's what I've made during days 71 through 80 of the 100-day project. On day 71, I made another plant pot. I had some leftover yarn from my rainbow flower crop top that I made earlier, so I decided to use it here. I used a different technique, this time crocheting a rectangle in the back loops only, creating this ribbed look. Once the rectangle was big enough to go all the way around the jar, I joined the sides and decreased along the bottom. I like how the color changes in this yarn result in larger chunks of color, making this pot look different depending on what side you view it from. Day 72 was one of those days where I needed to take it easy, so I ended up just making this spiral succulent. I've made a couple of these now, and I'm really happy how the technique has developed. However, one downside I've found with this type of succulent is that it's quite flat. I think it would look nice on a smaller jar, but when I tried it out from the jar from the day before, it just wasn't doing it for me. Either way, the succulent is still really cute, and I'll hang on to it until I have the perfect pot for it. I had a lovely day out with a friend on day 73, so on the train on my way there and back home, I started another succulent. This time I used my original succulent technique, where I make each leaf and then crochet them all together at the end. I only managed to make 5 leaves, whereas I normally aim to have 8 to 15 of them. But a project started is better than not starting, and it's always fun to entertain myself on public transit with some nice crochet. On day 74, I started work on a commission project. The commission is for a purse in the shape of a beetroot, which is such a fun idea. Here's what I have so far. I'm freehanding the project, so it takes some time to figure out exactly the shape I'm trying to make. I crocheted for about an hour before realizing that the project was getting just way too big, so I ended up frogging quite a lot of it. I worked on it for another half hour or so before my hands and wrists were just telling me to stop. But I'm really happy with the progress so far. I think it'll take about another hour to finish the body of the purse, then I can focus on the lid and the leaf details. I started working on another video on day 75. This one was a look into the free patterns on Ravelry that you can make using your scrap yarn. If you want to check out that video after watching this one, I'll leave that link in the description below. It took longer than expected researching the patterns, doing the screen recording, and working on the voiceover. While working on all of that, and later into the evening, I finished off the succulent from day 73. I'm happy with how this one turned out, even if I'll also be saving it for a smaller pot in the future. When I started it, I envisioned it would go on the pot from day 71, but again, this just isn't giving me the vibe I was looking for. After making 2 succulents that just didn't work for this plant pot, I decided that it needed a viney plant to balance it out. So on day 76, I finished off the plant with a curly vine. This plant really complements the pot, and I'm glad I kept trying instead of just sticking with the first plant that I made. The next day, day 77, I was still editing most of the day. I also spent quite a lot of time making little envelopes for the sticker packs I'm putting together for upcoming markets. In the evening, I realized I hadn't crocheted anything yet, so I grabbed some of the new cotton I ordered and made this little succulent. I typically use acrylic yarn, but I wanted to make some of my crochet products in cotton for those who prefer it. Day 78 was Mother's Day. I spent most of the day putting the finishing touches on my scrappy yarn ideas video, of course taking a break to call my mom. In the evening, I decided to attempt making a flower I hadn't made before, a rose. I used a similar technique to my spiral succulent, but this time didn't add the points to the edges of the petals. I think it turned out nicely. I might add it to a hair clip or even a brooch. Let me know what you think I should make with it in the comments below. On day 79, I was mostly working on my sticker packs again, and honestly taking it easy after working for most of the weekend. I was lacking inspiration of what to crochet, and honestly I didn't really feel like it. However, I pushed through that feeling and decided to make a trial leaf for the beetroot purse project. The final version will have a red stem in the center and some wire to help keep it upright. I mostly just wanted to play around with different stitch patterns and figure out how I wanted to make the leaves for the final version. I think this was a nice first attempt, and I'm glad I just pushed myself to make something. It helped calm my mind in the evening, and doing just that little bit of prep will help make the final version that much more achievable. I spent most of day 80 organizing my inventory in preparation of a market this coming Sunday. Someone I know offered me a discounted table on Monday evening, so I jumped at the opportunity and decided to take the chance. I honestly was hesitant at first because I prefer to have a bit more time to physically and mentally prepare for markets, but I knew my stuff could be ready in time. I just needed to decide on what inventory I wanted to bring, think about my setup, and get everything packed and ready to go. I still have a list of prep I need to do, but spending the day organizing really helped me believe that I could get ready in this short amount of time. Anyways, after dinner, I grabbed the rest of my rainbow yarn and started another plant pot. I decided to make this one with horizontal stripes to contrast the vertical stripes of the other rainbow plant pot. I also incorporated some treble crochet rows to make it go a bit faster than if I had made the whole thing using single crochet stitches. I just need to make the soil piece and decide what kind of plant will go in it. If you have any ideas, I'd love to see them in the comments below. All in all, I'm pretty happy with what I managed to crochet over the last 10 days. Like I said earlier, some days I just didn't crochet that much, but it's always important to listen to what your body needs. If my hands and wrists are tired and I push through and crochet anyways, it could cause some serious damage. So it's better to give myself grace and stop whenever I want. That way I can rest and come back to the project with more energy and enthusiasm. Thanks for watching till the end of this video. If you like seeing what I've been making on this 100-day project journey, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out a lot. I've also been posting on my Instagram stories every day with what I've made, so follow me at Art by Stephanya if you want to see those updates. Otherwise, keep an eye out for more videos from me. I'm aiming to post a new video every single week. From more of these check-in videos to crochet tutorials and other craft content, I have a lot of video ideas planned. If you want to see anything specific, feel free to leave any suggestions in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!